Howdy! Hey, this is Chris Decato with another hopefully fun, somewhat goofy Pro Tools video. This is a song from Capecelatro called Doin' Time from the Scatter the Remains CD. In this one, I kind of wanted to show more arrangement stuff. And how things got kind of turned around. And it's funny now that I'm hearing it now, like in a different, a year later, I kind of hear the whole tune differently. It's kind of funny. But, so here's this drum loop that guy was playing too, and he did his guitar track, which I don't know, we're hearing a bunch of different stuff now, kind of goofing up. So here's Guy's guitar. And here's his original vocal. Let's listen to that. I kind of want to lay the whole thing on you, but I'll kind of skip through it a little bit. You can see here is kind of his first verse, and then kind of what he kept doing was it was more verses. It kind of just kept going stanza, 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 and then I was hearing this as it's the first time it really releases to the 5, so that's the chorus, and then it does this kind of tag last verse out, couple of lines, and then that it kind of ties the whole tune up. Let me actually lay it on you.
Is there something wrong, she asked, at the table, hands clasped. Is there anything at all that I can do? Sorry, love, I said, I've got spiders in my head, and my mind is tangled as a web. Sit by me, she coaxed, and lit up her last smoke. Took a drag, then passed it off to me. Annabelle, my dear, I don't belong here. I told you on the day that we arrived. I stepped to the porch to feel the coming storm, hoping she would follow me and said,
yeah, so it kind of just keeps going there. And I'm coming from, a kind of a more of a rock world. I was kind of expecting that chorus to happen in here. And so that's what I ended up doing with it. But it's funny, I've had this conversation with a guy a couple of times about, he's like, oh, I don't really write choruses, but he wrote this amazing one. So here it comes.
Let's get in the truck and drive back to Kentucky. Leave this all behind. Feels like doing time. The night came on quick, like it always did. But the lights from the shipyard burn so clear and hard.
Yeah, so I got really attached to that as the chorus and wanted to hear it after this first verse, and spent a bunch of time kind of just thinking about this narrative, this story that he's telling, and does it work? Kind of putting this middle in the front and then again, and does it make sense? And I kind of thought it did, so that's what ended up happening. Anyway, so and what I changed the chords around just a little bit, but so you can hear, we'll switch these up. So this is my acoustic. And I was hearing it like, a big band kind of playing this as, kind of country shit-kicking rock tune kind of sounding thing, as opposed to what we're hearing here. And to make that kind of work, the dynamics needed to be, goes from being wide open to way down on one, And so to get from that chorus back into the verse, I had to build this extra little section. So I'll just play it from here, the end of coming out of the first verse into the first chorus, and then getting to the next one.
Sit by me, she coaxed and lit up her last smoke. Took her and dragged, then passed it off to me. Let's get in the truck and drive back to Kentucky. Leave this all behind. Feels like doing time. The night came on quick, like it always did. But the lights from the shipyard burn so clear and hard. My dear, I don't belong here. I told you.
Yeah, so that's kind of how I was hearing it. And then, so I threw some drums on. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time with, here's the kit. We can kind of solo those up and have a little listen. The drums in the verses are just way down. Side sticking. And then it kicks up for the chorus. And pretty much basic old recording. There is a funny thing with the hall mic that's in here. It's barely there. But that's kind of weird sounding. It's in there. That's that hall mic by itself. And I did do that side chain compression thing. It's barely there, so I'm not even going to really... I guess I could mute it, show you what it's like without it. That's without it. That's with it. It's adding a little bit of sizzle, maybe. Some... if I kind of jacked it up, I guess you'd blow you out. So wherever that is, so that's kind of what the drums sound like. Then I'm sure I put the bass on, and there's some organ, some electric guitar. So the guitar was definitely later. I wanted to be sure I knew what I was doing with the how big it was going to get. I wasn't sure, so. So here's it's the same bass setup I usually do with a line and my little amp. Let's get rid of those. So that's the line. It's actually pretty hot. Getting squished pretty hard. And I think this one is getting limited. There's a limiter in the what's that thing? The PreSonus Digimax. That thing has a limiter in the front of it. In the mic pre, so I think that's what's going on there. Here's the amp. Destructo. So a little bit comey, actually, this one. It's funny though. So there's the bass. I was actually kind of bummed that the organ in this one, I really did want to go reamp it through my Leslie cabin. I kind of ran out of time, and that became... But it's just an organ track. But that's the B4. It serves its purpose, the musical mayonnaise. And then there's the Electra, or maybe it's the Strat. I'm not really sure, my electric guitar. Through the Univox. Pretty sure that's the Electra. So, the Surfcaster. Anyway, so that's that. Then Jocelyn Mackenzie sang some really incredible vocals, and so that's what really brought this tune to the next level. So let's jump to a chorus and have a listen to that. So how about the acoustic and the electric by itself? Kind of listen to it like that. We'll listen to that quiet. Last stanza.
When he arrived, I broke down and cried. And Annabelle, I heard her crying too. Let's get in the truck and drive back to Kentucky. Leave this all behind. Feels like doing time. The night came on quick, like it always did. But the lights from the shipyard burn so clear and hard. Strange glow, surrounded by some halo, pulled me to his body like a child. We went back inside. I'm alright, I lied, and closed the door to keep the cold at bay.
Yeah, so there you have it. I kind of, after poking around in here and listening again, I want to do another version of it that's just quiet. So, but hopefully, I don't know if this is kind of cool. Let's get to check it out, and maybe there's some inspiration there that'll help with some future RPM stuff that's going on. It is that season, it's that time of year. So I hope everybody has a great time writing new tunes and gearing up for February, and we'll see you in March, I guess. Thanks for watching.